Good afternoon, everyone. Today, I want to speak about how I became a candidate for Mayor of Yuma. Politics is something I have always been interested in. Growing up, it was always close to me. I paid attention to leadership, to decisions, to how government affects working families, small business, neighborhoods, parks, roads, and opportunity. But for a long time, I felt I was too young to run. A few months ago, I walked into City Hall and I learned something that actually surprised me. At that time, no one else had filed to run for mayor against the current mayor. So I asked questions. The city clerk informed me that if I wanted to get on the ballot, I had a very limited time to collect 998 valid signatures. I could have said the timeline was impossible, but instead, I took the challenge. That started a 12-day journey that changed everything for me. For 12 days, I went door to door. I spoke to approximately 1,400 residents here in Yuma. Some people could not vote. Some people told me I had no chance. Some people did not want to sign, but many of you did. In the end, 937 of you signed. I came up short by 61 signatures. But here is what matters most. During those door-to-door conversations, I did more than ask for signatures. I listened. I asked residents a simple question. What would you change about Yuma? What needs to improve? Then I went home, sat at my desk, and organized those notes. I created my own community census based on what residents told me directly. And what I found was powerful. People were not asking for fancy projects. They were not asking for a spaceport. They were not asking for a massive data center. They were not asking for more engineering studies, more private development conversations, or projects that cost residents money without a clear public benefit. People were asking for the basics. They wanted parks fully open and maintained. They wanted better roads. They wanted clear communication with City Hall. They wanted transparency in city decisions. They wanted police enforcement for speeding, stop signs, and neighborhood safety. They wanted more shade, more stalls, better bathrooms. They wanted their city to work for them. That is not asking for much. These are basic services that our residents deserve, especially if they are the ones funding this city. Through grocery taxes, sales taxes, property taxes, and every dollar collected from hardworking families. After those 12 days, I went back to City Hall. The deadline was 5 p.m. I was there around 4 p.m. knowing I came up short. I did not make excuses. I told them I failed to reach the required number. At that time, I believed I could not run as a write-in candidate because that is what I understood from the information I had received. But then 2 women reached out to me and I want to take a moment to thank them. First, Ms. Bullard contacted me and let me know I could run as a write-in candidate. She encouraged me not to give up. Then Ms. Lundy reached out to me and told me the same thing. I could not give up. No quitting. Those 2 women helped push me to not give up. So I decided to take on a much bigger challenge, to run as a write-in candidate for Mayor of Yuma. Now let me be clear about how difficult this is. A write-in candidate has never won for mayor in Yuma's history. On top of that, I am 33 years old, and through my mother, I come from a Hispanic heritage, something Yuma has never seen represented the mayor's office. So yes, this campaign is an uphill battle. A write-in candidate has never won, but Yuma itself was built by people who understand uphill battles. Before I officially announced my write-in campaign, the mayor contacted me and asked me to meet him at Core Engineering. I agreed. We spoke for almost 2 hours. I asked him questions based on concerns I had heard directly from our residents. I listened to his perspective and I respected his time. But after the conversation, I realized something important. I do not believe City Hall is seeing Yuma through the eyes of the hard-working citizens who build this city every day. The mayor told me that if I did not run as a write-in, I could check in with him once a week. And he also directed me towards the Leadership Academy program before I make another run in the future. I did appreciate the conversation, but I also knew that the residents I spoke to could not wait another cycle. That same day, I went to the city council meeting. I spoke about the concerns I had gathered from the 1,400 residents. I left my phone number and my email, and I also delivered hard copies of my community notes for each member. Then weeks went by, I heard nothing. That shocked me, not because I expected special treatment, but because I brought forward the voices of 1,400 residents from different backgrounds, different neighborhoods, in different walks of life. I highlighted their top concerns and there was no acknowledgement, and that is when it became clear to me. Yuma does not need just another politician. Yuma needs someone who listens, and that is why I stand in front of you today as a candidate for mayor. I did not choose this path because it was easy. I chose it because the community's voice was being ignored. I chose it because residents deserve more than silence. I chose it because working families, small business, youth, seniors, and neighborhoods deserve a city government that listens first and acts with accountability. My campaign stands on 3 principles. Transparency. Every dollar collected from the people should be accounted for. Residents deserve to know what decisions are being made, who benefits, and how those decisions affect our quality of life. Opportunity. Yuma needs real economic opportunity, not just projects for a small circle. We need jobs, workforce development, small business support, trade programs, and a city agenda focused on helping people build a future here. And community. The people of Yuma must come first. Government should not operate above them. It should listen to the people, respect the people, and serve the people. So yes, I am a writing candidate. Yes, this is difficult. Yes, history says it has never been done before. But every change in history started with people who were told they had no chance. I am not asking you to believe in politics as usual. I am asking you to believe in your own voice. Because this campaign did not start in a boardroom. It did not start with special interests. It started at your doors, your neighborhoods, with your concerns, your signatures, your stories, and your belief that Yuma can do better. On election day, my name will not appear on the ballot. You'll have to write it in. Carlos Adams. And if we do this together, we can send a clear message. Yuma is ready for transparency. Yuma is ready for opportunity. Yuma is ready for community. And Yuma is ready to be heard. Thank you.